Have you ever woken up in the morning and felt your back so stiff as if a wooden board were blocking your spine? You want to sit up, you want to get out of bed, but every small movement makes you hold your breath in pain. Many of my patients have told me, "Dr. Anderson, maybe I just have to live with back pain for the rest of my life. That's the price of aging." But I want to pause here and ask you, is that really true? Or is it simply something we've gotten used to believing because we've heard it repeated so many times? I'm Dr. Michael Anderson, a spine specialist who has worked for over 25 years here in the United States. Most of my patients are in their 50s and 60s, people who once thought they had lost the joy of movement, lost those afternoon walks with a partner, or even lost the ability to play with their grandchildren, all because of constant lower back pain. I remember a patient named John, 62 years old, a former construction worker. The day he came to see me, he sighed and said, "I don't dare bend down to tie my shoes anymore, doctor. Every time I bend over, I'm afraid I won't be able to stand back up." Have you ever felt like John? A simple movement, something so ordinary, suddenly becomes a challenge. That feeling is not just pain, it's fear. Fear of losing your freedom inside your own body. Science shows that after age 50, the discs in our spine begin to lose water and flexibility. The muscles around the spine, especially the glutes and core, get weaker if we don't exercise regularly. When that happens, all the pressure shifts onto the lower back, the most vulnerable area. But the good news is this: the body still has the ability to heal itself. It just needs the right approach. I've seen many people like John, who once relied on painkillers and thought surgery was the only option, rediscover the joy of living simply by adopting a few basic habits. Sounds too simple to believe, right? But I've witnessed it with my own eyes, and I want you to experience it too. Imagine this. One morning, you wake up, step out of bed, and realize you can walk with ease, no more stiffness. Or one afternoon, you lift your grandchild into your arms without worrying about that sharp pain in your back. That's not a dream. That's something completely possible. I also remember a female patient, 58 years old, who once told me, "Doctor, what scares me most isn't the pain. It's the feeling of being limited. I'm afraid I'm no longer myself." Her words stayed with me for a long time, because back pain is not just about bones or nerves. It affects the mind, our confidence, and even how we see ourselves. And that's why I want to remind you, you're not too old. You're not too late. Your body still wants to move, still wants to heal. All it needs is a chance. In today's video, I'm going to share with you the little things that can truly change your life. Sitting the right way, choosing a mattress that supports your spine, and simple exercises like cat-cow, glute bridge, child's pose, or dead bug. I'll also talk about why maintaining a healthy weight matters. Sometimes losing just a few pounds can help your back breathe again. This isn't going to be a dry medical lecture. This is a conversation. I want to tell you real stories from people who once thought aging meant endless suffering, but then discovered freedom again in every step they took. I know many of you have spent a lifetime caring for your family, for your work, for others, and when back pain appears, you tell yourself, "Maybe I just have to accept it." But I believe you deserve more. You deserve peaceful walks, mornings without groans, and playful moments with your grandchildren, smiling without fear. Change doesn't come from grand gestures. It begins with small, consistent steps. A few minutes of exercise each day, choosing to stand up and move instead of sitting for hours, placing a small pillow behind your back while watching TV, and little by little, your body will respond. I can't promise you'll wake up pain-free tomorrow, but I can promise that if you stay consistent, if you give your body a chance, week by week, you'll notice change. Maybe it's less stiffness in the morning. Maybe it's deeper sleep. And one day, you'll realize, I just bent down to pick something up, and it didn't hurt at all. Are you ready to begin that journey? If your answer is yes, then stay with me. In the next few minutes, I'll show you the simplest exercises and habits you can start right at home. No gym, no expensive equipment. All you need is a little space, a few minutes each day, and most importantly, the belief that your body can still heal. You know, when we are young, our spine is like a flexible spring. It can twist, bend, and still bounce back. But as we age, that spring begins to dry out, stiffen, and resist even the simplest movements. That's why I always remind my patients, don't let your spine fall asleep. Wake it up with gentle exercises. The first exercise I usually recommend is the cat-cow stretch, an exercise many people think is only for yoga. I remember a 67-year-old gentleman who laughed and told me, "Doctor, Anderson, if I did yoga, my grandkids would laugh their heads off." But after just 1 week of practicing cat-cow, he came back with a bright smile. I can twist and reach for my jacket without fear now. Imagine that. Just inhaling, lifting the chest, then exhaling and rounding the back. Each breath reminding the spine it can still move freely. Then comes the glute bridge. This is the exercise that has changed the lives of many of my patients. It sounds simple, just lying down and lifting your hips, but it frees the lower back from a huge burden. Many people don't realize that weak glutes are the reason their backs have to overwork. I had a patient, Susan, 59 years old. At first she said, "I don't feel anything, it just seems silly." But after a few sessions, she noticed she could stand up more easily and walk longer without pain. That's not just muscle strength, it's the feeling of regaining control of your body. And if you're looking for a pose that truly allows you to let go, try child's pose. Many people have told me they cried the first time they held this posture, not from pain, but because they finally felt release. Kneel down, fold forward, stretch your arms out, and rest your forehead on the floor. That's it. Yet there's something sacred in that sense of permission to exhale after years of carrying tension. One of my patients once told me, "I had my first good night's sleep in months just by adding child's pose to my evening routine." The next exercise may sound strange, dead bug. Many laugh at the name, but I always say, don't let the name fool you. It's one of the best ways to activate the deep core muscles, the ones we rarely notice, but that protect the spine. I had a patient, George, 61 years old, who couldn't bend down to pick something up without wincing. After 3 weeks of dead bug, he told me proudly, "I bent down to tie my shoes and realized I did it without even thinking of the pain." Sometimes freedom returns in the smallest of ways, but exercise alone isn't enough. I always emphasize to my patients that how we sit is just as important. Sitting too long, slouching, staring at screens, all of this wears down the spine. A simple habit like standing up every 30 minutes or placing a small cushion behind your back can make a big difference. Think of your sitting posture as either medicine or poison for your back. It's your choice. And one more thing, weight. Every extra pound you carry is extra pressure on your lower discs. I'm not saying you need to lose weight quickly or follow harsh diets, but think about it. Just losing 5 pounds can make your back breathe easier. That's a gift you give your own body. Finally, I cannot forget sleep. Many people with chronic back pain have found relief simply by changing their mattress. The right mattress supports the natural curve of the spine, allowing muscles and joints to rest properly. A good night's sleep is the foundation for a pain-free day. I always tell my patients, don't underestimate your bed. It might be the most comfortable physical therapy room you'll ever have. You see, there's no magic here, just small movements, small choices that when added up create big change. I've seen the joy in the eyes of hundreds of patients when they realized, I can walk on my own again, I can hold my grandchild, I can sleep peacefully, and I believe you can too. My friend, as I sit here sharing with you, I don't just want to give you a few exercises or quick tips. What I truly want you to remember is this. You have not lost the freedom in your body. It's still there, simply waiting for you to give it a chance. In more than 25 years of working with people over 50, I've realized one thing. Back pain is not just a symptom of aging. It's a reminder that our bodies need care, need movement, and need love. And the factor that determines change isn't age or the number of years you've suffered. It's whether you still believe you can get better. I want you to ask yourself, have you ever imagined bending down to tie your shoes without wincing? Or playing with your grandkids without fearing that sharp pain? That's not wishful thinking. It can happen. And I've seen it happen to many of my patients. I remember Linda, 64 years old. She once believed that life after 60 meant painkillers and sleepless nights. But after 3 weeks of sticking to simple habits, she came to me smiling brightly. Doctor Anderson, for the first time in years, I walked around the park without stopping. I feel like I'm 10 years younger. That wasn't magic. It was the power of consistency and small steps. And you can be the same. You don't have to be perfect. You don't need to do everything at once. Start with one small thing. Cat-cow to restore flexibility, glute bridge to bring strength back to your glutes, or simply stand up and walk after every 30 minutes of sitting. Each small action is a message you send to your body. I'm still here. I still want to live healthy. A week from now, you'll feel lighter. A month from now, you might sleep deeper. And a year from now, you could look back and say, I'm so glad I started that day. This video isn't here to pressure you. It's an invitation to believe that you can still change. Your body has never abandoned you. It's just waiting for you to step forward and partner with it. If you found today's message helpful, I invite you to hit subscribe to the Life Balance Hub channel. That way, you won't miss the upcoming videos, where I'll continue to share knowledge, stories, and methods to keep your back strong, your spirit steady, and your life fulfilling after 50. And if you have family or friends who are also struggling with back pain, share this video with them. Maybe you will be the bridge that helps them find faith in their body again. My friend, remember this. You are not too old. You are not too late. All it takes is to begin. Today, right at home, with one small movement and a renewed belief. Your body still wants to heal, and I believe it will. I'm Dr. Michael Anderson. Thank you for spending this time with me. Keep your back loved and cared for. Let every step you take be proof that health is never out of reach. I'll see you in the next video. And don't forget, stay consistent, keep believing, and let your body tell its own story of healing.